The Pitt Panthers are the nation's #1 team in the AP college basketball poll for the second straight week. They're one of 3 undefeated teams in the top 25. In its first game as a #1, Pittsburgh routed St. John's Sunday by 23 points. But AP college basketball writer Jim O'Connell says what makes the Panthers go is not their offense.
They're not a great offensive team. There's no arguing that. They're not. Sam Young is a tremendous player, and he can score almost at will. But the rest of the team does struggle offensively. But defensively, they're as good as has been around in a long time. And you're not going to get to 60 points against them in a big game. They're just big. They're tough. They're physical.
Wake Forest jumped up 2 spots to #2 after beating North Carolina. The Demon Deacons have yet to lose, and Saturday take on another team still without a loss, 10th-ranked Clemson. But are the Tigers for real?
We've seen Clemson do this a couple of times already. They run roughshod through a non-conference schedule. They had a couple of good wins this year. But when they get to the ACC season, all of a sudden they drop to the middle of the pack. And I think what people are waiting for here is let's see what Clemson does when they get to the ACC.
The 5th-ranked Tar Heels are not pushing the panic button after starting the ACC season 0-2. But seeing North Carolina drop its first 2 conference games is a surprise.
For a team that was unanimous preseason #1, was unanimous every week through the first 7 polls of the regular season. I mean, there was a lot of talk just a couple weeks ago. Can this team go unbeaten? Can they be the first team since Indiana in 1976? And I said then, do they have a shot at doing it? Yeah, they're that good that they could have run it. But they're in a conference like the ACC,
which is one of the more competitive in the nation. Boston College handed North Carolina one of its 2 losses and then was ranked 17th. But the euphoria of that big win faded fast. The Eagles dropped home games to Harvard and Miami and fell out of the top 25. Steve Karmazin, The Associated Press.